So those are the basic e-scooter rules of the road. But what if I told you e-scooters aren't technically even permitted in the city of Burlington? I read that fact while researching and kind of questioned it, so I made sure to read it correctly, and I looked to the mayor of Burlington, Marianne Meed for confirmation.
They aren't. This is provincial level legislation. But there is a caveat. If a municipality passes a bylaw to enable it and create our rules, then under certain circumstances, they are allowed. So right now in Burlington, that's exactly what's happening. We are running a pilot program for 2 years where we've partnered with an e-scooter company, and you can ride your bike along the Centennial Pathway. And of course, that goes right from downtown all the way to the edge of town at Burloak. But if you try to ride it anywhere else, it will shut down on you. Mm-hmm. You can't do that. There is a speed limit on it. And I would highly recommend, if folks do use it, to wear a helmet. But we're asking people to try it, to observe it, to give us your feedback. Is it working? Is it not working? What have you seen? What have you experienced out of this pilot? Because after the 2-year program, we will be looking at the data, everything that we've seen, the uptake, are people using it? Where are they using it? And then we'll make a decision about whether we're going to bring sort of a permanent enabling bylaw, and if so, what would that look like? So we're still a long way off, but it is very restricted in the city of Burlington, even though I know we all see them everywhere. So.
Yeah, I mean, they continually buzz by me driving everywhere as well. So now I know you said we're a long way out from it. Have you been getting positive or negative feedback that you've just heard? Because you're out in the community a lot. Yeah. I know a lot of people find them annoying. Yeah. However, a lot of people do use them as, a mode of transportation, that people that may not be driving.
They are a mode of transportation. And so I hear both. I hear people say this is great. We've seen some early figures that the program is really well subscribed. There's actually a depot right at the bottom of my street where you can pick up scooters, except they're always out. So, that tells it. I've been wanting to try it, but I'm not going to walk along the Centennial Trail, all the way to Burloak to find one. So it tells me it's being well used. But I do hear concerns from people, and it's primarily around safety. So should there be a helmet requirement? I completely believe there should be. And then the speed. Now we've addressed that in this pilot with the cap on the speed, but if you get your own scooter, it doesn't have that. So I think people may have experienced a scooter zipping by them, and it's the same as a bicycle, because bicycles are allowed on our multi-use pathways like Centennial Trail. And certainly I hear concerns from constituents around the conflict. Like if something is going really, really fast and I'm walking, and there's dogs and leashes, and it's all about sharing the path. We've got some, there's people that are very considerate, but it only takes a few that are not, that can ruin it for others. So I've heard mixed from the community so far, but I think in time this is going to be a really essential piece to the transportation puzzle if it can be done right and safely.
Now you're looking for public opinion on that. And the city is also looking for public opinion on, well, I was about to say the Sound of Music Festival, but we got to put that in the past now. It is a music festival in Burlington around the summer because we know about the financial problems. We've talked about this before, but we're looking at something new here. There is a survey out for people to fill out. What type of information is the city looking to pull from that as you proceed forward to try to find, someone to take over some sort of festival?
Yeah, there's some questions around the type of music offering. I took the survey myself just to see the questions that were in there. So do you want Canadian acts? How important is it to have local acts? Also the free factor. So I've been very clear about my perspective that one of the unique features of this festival is that it's free, completely free. You can donate if you want voluntarily, but we're testing that with the community to see, is that a widespread view? I've heard both. I've heard people say this is really important to stay free. I've heard others saying, I'll make a donation. I encourage you to do so. when the time comes, you can do that voluntarily. So those are the kinds of questions that are in the survey. And I would say that they will help to inform the conversation. It's not a referendum. It's not statistical, but it will help us to kind of gauge one part of public sentiment. But there's other ways to get a hold of us. I've heard from community that have reached out to me directly. So there's, just make sure that you give your feedback, and the survey is one way to do that, but not the only way.